I want you to look at this speaking answer. In your opinion, at what age should children be allowed to use smartphones?
I'm convinced that children shouldn't be permitted to use smartphones until they are 10 years old.
It sounds bad, doesn't it? And now, this one. I'm convinced that children shouldn't be permitted to use smartphones until they are at least 10 years old. At this age, most kids have developed their linguistic skills in their mother tongues, including speaking and writing, and most of them are going to school for academics. So it is less challenging for parents, caregivers, and educators to monitor the content children consume on their mobile devices, since 10-year-old kids can already understand the basic right and wrong. As a result, we can minimize the adversity of using smartphones in young children. Most millennials, for example, grew up without those gadgets, and we were completely fine, weren't we? Smartphones should be a luxury to kids like TV time to us millennials, not a necessity. What I just did over there is that I added some pauses in between the parts of my answer. Those are not random, those are intentional. So they are called intentional pauses. Those are pauses that you make to give listeners, and in this case, we're talking about the examiner, some time to process what you just said. There are two reasons why I highly recommend having intentional pauses in your speaking answers if you are struggling with ideas, even grammar and vocabulary. The first reason is that they increase the fluency score because you sound more intentional with your language, you sound more having control, you sound like you have more control of your language, so you sound more fluent, right? The second reason is that they give you some time to think about what you want to say next, because you already have something in mind and you want to say something, yes, but when you are pausing, you can self-paraphrase whatever you want to say. I have an article about this. It's called Building Your Automatic Paraphrasing Brain. So check it out, it's in my blog. In case you want to add some intentional pauses in your speaking, you have to keep in mind that there are a few things that you should not do with these pauses. The first thing is that intentional pauses do not come with and like no, it doesn't work that way. The second thing is that intentional pauses don't last very long. They typically last about half a second. Don't just stay silent for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. It sounds really bad, Next is very important, and also it needs a lot of practice. You need to place intentional pauses strategically between parts of your answer, mainly after your main idea or after your explanation, not after every single sentence. Anything that you do too much is just not good, right? Want to practice IELTS speaking for free? I got your back. Practice9.co has a list of tests that you can do for free. Go to practice9.co, practice for free, and nail the IELTS exam right from the first attempt. I'll see you there. For now, you have fun learning.